Hello everyone, odedex here. Welcome to episode 119 of S02E119 Let's Play. So a couple of changes since the previous episode. I made mostly changes here. I did the same thing that I did in my processing unit right here with the compressor, macerator and furnace, which I added relays and I actually separated the interfaces from each other, because I don't really know whether or not the interface will try to push to nearby interfaces. Probably won't, but since I don't really know, I don't even want to try. So I added those relays and did pretty much the same thing. So it's separated. And one more thing is that I added the same resupplying system for solar panels. For 64 solar panels, so slowly over time my system will create solar panels and I can, whenever I want, come here, take whatever is ready, 20 in that case, and go ahead and set them up or do whatever with them. So I did that since the system is already sitting there, there's no reason not to let it run and do stuff. Okay, so one more thing is I let my exotic and tropical bees try to reproduce themselves to mutate into Edenic bees, but doing that in those apiaries using those automatic systems isn't really very much reliable. So what I was starting to do, I'm gonna finish right now, is actually start charging up my flower pollination serum, apply that to an exotic and tropical bee, and breed them here. And here I can mutate them using the mutator and some uranium ore. So that will be a better solution than letting them do it at the jungle over there and waiting until nothing will happen. Okay, so while that finishes, I'm gonna start my next project. Okay, so my next project is kind of a small one. I'll probably finish it this episode, even before that. But it's something that I really wanted to do before even starting with applied logistics. But then it was added and it kind of changed my mind and it was delayed. So anyway, what I'd like to do here is creating a system that will give me the recipes, automatic recipes for all the Redpower gates. Now, originally, I actually wanted to do it as a part of my HV Solar Factory age, and you might remember me saying something about adding a second thing here in that age using UU matter. However, pretty much exactly at the same time Applied Logistics was added to the pack, and it was delayed, and eventually I decided to not use UU matter, simply use existing materials that I have, and do it in here in my current age, and simply do that. So let's pretty much start adding a bunch of those recipes. Most of them are crafting recipes, only a tiny bit of them are actual smelting recipes and the like, so it's not that much of a problem, but I'm gonna need a lot of ME black patterns for that. Actually, I think I'm really low glowstone. Yeah, 23 glowstone left, and you actually need 3 for every blank pattern, so I should be careful, but overall it should be fine. Okay, so let's start creating them. Now, most of them require stone wafers. Pretty much all of them require stone wafers, so let's add that. So stone wafer is created by smelting smooth stone, and you get 2 of them. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did with glass and cobblestone. Simply add the recipe, but add it like 8 times. So let's get some smooth, no, okay, it's called stone. I call it smooth stone, but it's called stone. And get some of those wafers and create the recipe that says that if you give me 8 of those, you will get 16 of those. Encode that and add it to the smelter right over here, the furnace. So let's add it right here. And let's start adding other recipes. So I'm going to need some redstone. And let's get started. So first, there is the stone wire. So the stone wire is a recipe that looks like this. That's a normal crafting recipe, so just dump it in here. The stone anode is a recipe that looks like this. So just dump it in here. We got the stone pointer. So I'm gonna need redstone torches. I think I can craft, right? Redstone torches, yeah, I can craft them, so there is no problem. Let's just get some of them from here and create a recipe that says Well, there is first there actually cathode, and then there is the pointer. So this is the cathode, and this is the pointer. Okay, and pretty much from here on in is just I think that just the actual gates. Now there are the advanced gates using stuff like the silicon stuff, like these gates using the silicon chips. However, there are barely any. Like there is synchronizer, which I'm not going to use, I think. Actually, there's the state cell, which I like using. Okay, so let's add that as well. Okay, I'm going to need to add a recipe for a red doped wafer. So red doped wafer is a silicon wafer and 4 redstone. I have one of those. I'm gonna need one wafer, and I'm gonna need some redstone. Okay, so let's paint the recipe that says that if you give me one of those and 4 of those, you'll get back a red doped wafer. Encode that and dump it into one of those alloy furnaces. Which one? This one works the most, the one creating those. This one kind of barely works, so let's add it here. Okay. And I'm thinking, yeah, there shouldn't be any contradiction in case, like, if both of them are being asked at the same time, nothing can be accidentally be made without actually meaning it. Yeah, they're sand and coal interact with each other, and silicon wafers and redstone interact with each other, but none of those materials interact with the other ones, so there shouldn't be any problem, any accidents, like creating a nuclear bomb or something by accident. Okay, so okay, let's start simply creating the gates. Can I get let's see, mode, and I'd like to have actually no Redpower, and I'd like to have all those gates kind of showing up very nicely. Logic. Let's do this then. Okay, there we go. This is nice. Okay, so I got all of those taken care of. Let's actually take care of the other basic things, which are a red alloy wire. Actually, this is something to keep in mind. I didn't auto-craft this. I don't have the recipe to do this yet. Okay, let's add it then. Which do I have most of? I have most of copper, so let's add copper. Okay, so for every 1 copper and 4 redstone, you'll get back... I don't have the actual thing. You'll get back a red alloy ingot. Like this. And where do I want to drop this one? Now this may be a problem. Silicon wafer, yeah, this will be a problem here, and silver, yeah, it's gonna be a problem here as well. Okay, let's add one additional blue alloy furnace, blue electric furnace. There is no way around it other than doing this. Okay, let me quickly do this off screen. Okay, so actually let me do it on screen. It's completely easy. It's really easy. So simply place the additional blue electric furnace, add the relay, and this one will be like on the outside. I'm gonna have the import bus running all the time. Let's have them the same setup, so always on and on stack mode. And this one will have the recipe that creates this. Okay, pretty easy. So this part is done. So let's continue on. So let's add the recipe that to actually create the alloy wire. You're gonna need 3 of those like this. Encode the recipe and add it. And let's go on. So for the plate assembly, I'm gonna need all of those things. So sticks are already being crafted, so there is no problem. Let's just get the rest of everything else. And I can probably get rid of this and this and this. Yep, and this. Getting loaded with unneeded stuff. So the plate assembly will require all of those. Do I have everything? Nope, I don't have the cathode. Now I do. So how it looks like, I keep forgetting. Okay. So this on the top, 2 sticks. This here. I'm really bad with recipes. Actually, this here, this here, and this here. There we go. Okay. and added. And I don't know, tainted silicon chip, what is it being used for? The randomizer. That could be useful. I never used the randomizer before, but okay. I'm not gonna add that for the time being. Okay, so let's just add the silicon chip, which will require 3 of those and 1 of this, and done. Okay, so let's start with the actual gates. So I'm gonna do it by the same order that they appear in NEI, so that will be easier thing to remember and to do. So actually, you know what, I'm gonna do this all off screen because it's actually quite a boring process and a very monotonic process. It's really unfortunate that the version that it already lets you paste recipes like fabricators actually exists in applied logistics, that you can simply like do this and you will have the question mark and you could paste it in here. But the problem is it's simply not implemented yet in that current pack that I'm playing, so that's kind of unfortunate. Anyway, let me quickly do this off screen and I'll be right back. Okay, just wanted to let you guys know that I just filled up my first page. So I think if I shift right click I cannot do it anymore, you have to go to the next page. But there is no problem. All the pages are treated just the same, just the next storage block. So yeah. Alright, so just finished. This is the last one, the counter. And I finally decided to even add pretty much everything. Everything that you see here, except for the light sensor, the bus transceiver, and the stone bundle are here. Pretty much, yeah. Eventually I went for everything, so including the randomizer if I ever choose to use it, I have it as well. And this is pretty crazy, yeah. I just filled up close to half page in recipes, and I pretty much killed my glowstone supply because of creating so many of those blank patterns. But overall, I probably will start having storage problems now, or not really. Okay, let's see this one. Pretty fine actually, not that bad. Because there are starting to be a lot of many different types of items here. But it should be overall fine actually. And this is how the crafting looks right now, so it's kind of crazy. Okay, let's have a quick look, see how is my genome serum thingy doing. It should be ready. Okay, it's awful quality, but it's fully charged. Let's let it do its stuff. And let's actually check whether or not... Okay, so I got another Edenic drone. So I guess even though it's relatively bad, the process of doing it like this, the completely automatic way, it does yield some results eventually, but it's kind of pretty bad. Like, I don't really would recommend... yeah. Okay, now I have no flowers here. That's odd. This is exotic, this has no flowers for some reason. Yeah, this process isn't the best, so. Okay, so the flowers pollination serum is at excellent quality. Let's take that, place it here. And I should have one exotic, let's go for an exotic princess. I made a couple of those when I had my exotic serum extracted. And one tropical drone. So again, just one, and apply both of those flower serums to the drone and the princess, like not at the same time when they're the queen, but apart. Like when they're apart, apply it to both of them. This is something I've learned from you guys when I tried to apply the humidity and temperature tolerances to queens, and then I didn't understand why it wasn't sticking. But yeah, it might stick, but usually it won't stick because you only apply it in theory to the future princess. The drone might get it, might not. Usually it won't, so this is why you have to apply it to both of them separately and only then let them combine and turn into a queen. Okay, so I'm coming here to my Redpower quarry while waiting for my bees to get their flower pollination done. And I really am glad that I placed that redstone torch right there, which basically signifies that from this point onwards, this is where I created the track placement system. So you can officially see that it's working. It's not bad, I think. Well, it's not that I did not make as much distance as I've made before creating the automatic track placement system, so it's not like the half point, but it's very much getting there. And I'm also pleased to report that for a very long time I haven't had any problems with my, uh, like with the quarry, didn't have any issues. So my chunk loading system definitely works and there are no power problems or anything, and so that's pretty good. And if you're asking yourself what are those two giant big holes, are basically me manually mining and looking for quartz. And actually I did it pretty long ago, pretty long, yeah, it wasn't so recently, it was pretty much a couple of episodes ago. But yeah, it doesn't seem like I've reached quartz distance yet, so still no quartz. Although I do remember finding some quartz when mining here, so I don't know when am I actually gonna reach quartz. Because my other Buildcraft quarry is actually about to finish, and yeah, I don't really want to start another quarry. So if that Redpower quarry could reach quartz soon, that would be great. Okay, so I don't really know what's going on with the tropical drone. It's been consuming like 5 or 6 charges already. It's not being converted, but I think that's kind of an issue that I've encountered before. That even though the process should be done, it's not. Doesn't seem like it. Let's see. Oh no, actually it wasn't done. Yeah, the inactive flower is still jungle, but right here both flowers are jungle. So I think the chances of actually getting uh, the jungle bee are extremely low, so I'm gonna take my chances and let's simply dump them in here and see whether or not they're happy with the conditions. The flowers should be normal flowers. It probably should turn on the heat because it probably will be in hostile environment or not. What's going on? Usually it updates faster than that. Oh, their tolerance is 2 to both directions, so I guess it's fine as it is. It's relatively humid, but it's a normal temperature. It's humid because 3 of those hydro regulators are running with water, but yeah, okay. Okay, so since my small project to make all the Redpower gates automatically crafted is pretty much done and completed, and it was a lot faster than I thought it will take, um, I'd like to do some small, tiny side project before actually starting my next big project. My next big project, I'm gonna keep it kind of a secret until the next episode where I'm actually gonna start it. But for this episode, I'd like to look at something that I haven't done before and something that I've been looking at for quite some time, which is the Tinker Table and the Power Armor mod. So the Power Armor mod is actually an interesting mod. I haven't done anything related to it yet. And to be honest, I don't really know if it offers anything better than my Quantum Suit full set, my Quantum Suit everything and the Gravity Chest Plate. I don't know if it offers anything, but let's actually give it a look. I want to see what this thing can do and how it works, so let's do that. So let's create the actual tinkering table. Now I did notice this mod knows both how to work on its own and also if you have some, I see here, if you have industrial craft or thermal expansion, it knows how to interface them in terms of recipes. Now why all of them appear, I don't know, I guess that's in config option, but I was looking through something else and that's actually kind of funny. I guess the helmet has a solar panel upgrade, which has something to do with solar power. The funny thing is that if you don't have industrial craft installed, this is the recipe. 8 glass panes and a lapis lazuli. But if you do have industrial craft installed, this is the recipe. Now, you don't need to be a genius to realize that this is a ton cheaper. So I guess that's kind of some mistake that somebody forgot the config options like this, or maybe they kept it in here on purpose. I don't know. But let's just get started. Let's see what's going on. So power armor. So I guess I'm gonna need the Tinker Table anyway. There is no way around it. So let's build that. I'm gonna build. You know what? Let's build everything industrial craft. So even if I have an option to use industrial craft recipe, I'm gonna use it since I don't have a really problem with materials or anything. I have pretty much infinite of everything, very close to it. So let's just do that. I'm gonna need 1 emerald, and let's create the tinker table. So this, done. It looks really nice in the inventory. I guess it will also look quite nice in the game. Yeah, it looks like something from the future. This is not Minecraft. This is I don't know. Non-modular power suit items found in inventory, make some. We recommend experimenting with steel plates and basic circuits. Okay, so I guess I'm going to need the actual armor to do something with it. So let's create, let's just create a full set out of the bat. Yeah, again, this is factorization recipes. This is exactly the same thing, okay. And this is industrial craft, again, and again, and again. Power tool. Okay, so let's create everything. So I'm going to need a lot of refined iron, and I'm going to need a lot of electronic circuits. Electronic circuits, I have a lot of. Refined iron, I can just get some. And let's get building. So let's build the helmet. Let's build the torso. And the legs. And the boots. Let's actually also build the actual power tool. I guess that's kind of like a multi-tool that you can use. So, and it looks awesome in the... Ooh, nice. It looks like kind of a hand. Nice. Okay, so what can I do with it? Okay, so it recognized all of those items. Okay, so generate power with your movement. Integrate a battery to allow item to store energy. So I can apply different types of things. Okay, energy. Let's say I want to generate power with my movement. How do I just press install? No, I guess I need... Yeah, I guess those are the components that I'm gonna need to have. So servo motor and a control circuit. What else? LV capacitator. Okay, let's build a ton of everything. I'm probably gonna need all of those. So let's find mod, and I think it's called power suits. Zycraft knows, he knows, no. Redpower everything, Omni tools, nuclear. There we go. Machine Muse modular power suits. Okay, so there we go. These are all the different things related to power suits. And by the way, if you don't understand what am I doing, simply find the related thing in NEI and shift right click whatever you want to filter out, and then it will you get this text thingy here and it actually filters out. I guess you can also do it manual, but this is easier in my opinion. Okay, so there are a lot of different things here. Many different weird stuff. I guess those are all kinds of upgrades and stuff. Okay, so let's just build whatever I need. So let's start with the legs. There are many different types of energy. Integrate the most advanced battery to store an extensive amount of energy. Advanced battery, simple battery, and generator power with your movement. Yeah, that feels cheap. So let's build this, the HV capacitor. It will require... This is the thermal expansion recipe, this is the vanilla recipe, and this is the industrial craft recipe. So let's create this one. So I'm going to need a Lapotron crystal. And I don't really like crafting Lapotron crystal. Let's integrate Lapotron crystals into my applied energy sticks. I think it's about time. So Lapotron requires energy crystals, electronic circuits, and lapis. Electronic circuits are already integrated into my system through here, so that's not a problem. I'm gonna need some diamonds, some redstone, and some lapis to actually integrate it. So let's do those. I'm gonna need some blank pattern as well. And I'm really low on glowstone, so let's add the minimum. So I think I just need 3. Even that probably is too much. So a diamond, and this thing gives me the normal energy crystal. And let's actually create one. And taking this with some lapis and electronic circuits gives me the power crystals, the lapotron crystals. And do this. Okay. So let's dump all of them in here and create, let's just create like 8 lapotron crystals. So 8. Begin. It's annoying that the durability count hides the item count, but at least they stack. I wonder in terms of storage how it works, but it seems like it's fine. Okay, I can't actually take them all out obviously since of the durability count, and yeah, that's a problem, so I'm gonna have to do without doing that. So let's take all of them out. Okay, so the HV capacitor, which was what I was working for, will require this and wiring. Wiring will require gold cable and redstone, and that's the industrial craft recipe, so let's do that. So let's integrate, okay, let's not integrate anything. Let me steal some gold cabling from here. There. And just some redstone, that should be enough. Can also take a chest, I should have a golden chest somewhere. There we go. And store everything there. Like here. Okay, so let's craft that wiring thingy. There we go. 64 of those should be fine. And let's craft the actual HV capacitor. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. 1, 2. Okay, so this is done. So let's see, how do I actually apply the upgrades? Do I just like pick something and do this and install? Yep, I guess so. And I guess I can just salvage it if I want. Yeah, right now. Okay, I have 7. Okay, let's see, I have 7 of those and 48 of those. If I install something, I now have 6 and 48, but if I salvage, doesn't seem like I'm getting anything back. Or is it being stored here? What's going on? It's not actually salvaging anything, or am I missing something? Okay, I don't know. Let's install the elite battery. So it's gonna have a lot of stuff. Energy shield. In terms of armor, can I install like... Can I install everything? Can I also install this? Although it will increase the weight. Can I, for example, install the kinetic generator? Wait, actually, can I wear it? It has 70... Oh, I also see... Okay, this is annoying. I'm gonna have a lot of information. Okay, so it stores 750k joules. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Most certainly I cannot boost run like I could do with the quantum suit, but maybe I just gonna need some more upgrades, so let's continue doing that. What else can I apply? Can I like apply more storage? Like I cannot apply in another elite battery because it tells me I can salvage it, but can I apply another advanced battery? Although why would I want to do that? I don't know. Okay, let's see, can I apply a kinetic generator so when I move actually generate energy? So I'm going to need control circuits and servo motors. Control circuits. This. Ooh, this is annoying. Okay, this is the recipe that I'm looking for. Glowstone. Okay, let's not install that. Okay, what type of armor can I do? Basic plating is heavy but protective. Advanced plating is lighter, harder and more protective than basic but much harder to make. Energy shields are much lighter than plating but consume energy. Okay, let's not make anything. Movement sprint assist, a set of servo motors to help you sprint, double tap forward and walk faster. Jump assist, swim boost, and uphill step assist. This is interesting. I want to try that. This is extremely... by the way, what can I do with here? Okay, this is interesting. Uphill step assist. I'm intrigued. Servo motor. What do I need to craft you? Okay, machine blocks and electronic circuits. Not a big deal. Do you have any more machine blocks here? No, let's just craft some. Okay, so this and this. Oh wait, I'm short on something. I'm short on something. I need this thing, a solenoid, which will require a machine block and some of those wiring. I'm starting to regret the fact that I decided to go full industrial craft. This is kind of unbalanced. Machine block. Okay. Let's do it here. Okay, so let's create, this will be enough. And let's create the actual servo. So it gives me 2. And let's apply this thing, the uphill step assist. Done. Okay, let's wear this thing. Oh, it also says what I have. I have an elite battery and uphill step assist. Okay, let's go over the night and let's get over the night and see what this thing can do. Okay, so I'm wearing those pants and let's walk towards one block edge. Ooh! This is convenient. If I sprint, does it also work? Yeah, it's kind of derpy, but it works, I guess. Can I just sprint something like this? This is fun. By the way, I'm not jumping or anything. You can see. Oh, you can also see the way it kind of like skips instantly. This is actually fun. Although I cannot boost. Like, I don't have boost mechanic. I can jump because I'm still wearing the quantum suit boots, but I cannot properly run boost. So this is an interesting mod. I don't know if it was installed when I actually started playing. It's definitely cheaper than the quantum suit. I don't know if it can actually like be better than the quantum suit now that I have it. The quantum suit has some very good functions, although the only drawback is that they actually use a ton of energy. This is the only kind of drawback, although it's the balance thingy, so I guess it's fine. Let's just have a quick scheme of what can I do with it. I can custom color the glove, that's not very interesting. Battery is okay. Aqua affinity, diamond drill upgrades. In place assembler. Blink target from point A to point where point B is full. Okay, this is interesting. Can I just blink through with the glove? Okay, this is something I may look into. A multimeter. Shovel pickaxe, axe, melee assist, plasma cannon. This actually may be useful, creating the glove, the power glove. We'll see about that. I already looked through the legs. Power armor in the head. Water electrolyzer. When you run out of air, this model will jolt the water around you, electrolyzing a small bubble. Basically, let me breathe underwater. Auto feeder Y-Eat when your armor can do it for you. This is useful. Iron plating and everything, cosmetic, transparent, okay. Power armor torso. Jetpack, glider. Parachute, that's fine. Active camouflage, emit a hologram of your surrounding to make yourself almost imperceptible. Okay, and jet boots, shock absorber. This is actually a very interesting mod, and I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't know about its existence about before 20 minutes ago, so that's kind of unfortunate. We'll look into it. we'll see about that. But again, as I've said, gonna start quite a large project in the next episode. Most likely not gonna be finished in one episode, but we'll see about that. Maybe it will, probably won't, but we'll see. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.